Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, episode 140. 140. Chris?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Welcome to episode 140. 140. Can you believe that?
Shit.
We're almost to 150. What are we going to do for 150?
I don't know, but we're gonna party like rock stars down at KOH first. Because
Yes,
we're going to be
are.
there 3 days after this episode drops.
Oh my gosh. 3 days. I hope I'm ready. I hope I'm ready. Well, let's.
It's all about checklists.
Yes, and we have been spewing out the KOH content.
Is this our KOH month?
Well, whatever. We just been, we're KOH all year long.
We're KOH 12 months a year.
We're Ultra 4 all year long, but you got the month leading up to KOH that gets real exciting here. So
hell yeah.
So, threw out a little bonus episode for the volunteers.
That's right.
And circling back with some of our favorite drivers. And, man, just cool stuff. So, this episode, most of you will probably be listening to on the way down to KOH. If you are, I hope you're driving safely.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're towing 55 mile an hour in
55.
California. Check your mirrors.
Your $12 a gallon diesel.
No kidding. Jeez. Careful over the Tehachapies if you're going over the Tehachapies.
Where did I see some? Yesterday I was in town here and I saw diesel for $4.59 a gallon.
$4.59.
I almost pulled a Yui to swing back and fill up my tank.
It's like $3.54 in Nevada when I was there.
Yeah, I didn't fill up in Nevada when we were up there for
that was not
for
smart.
the Slauson episode.
Anyways, so let's just dive deeper into this whole KOH thing. But wait,
we got a few things to cover.
We got a little housekeeping to do.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
I like
Housekeeping. Fluff pillow.
As always, we want to thank our patrons. We don't have any new patrons this month, unfortunately. But we have a lot of patrons that we certainly want to.
Hey, but we've got some flask being mailed out to some patrons that have qualified for their flask after 3 months.
Yeah.
We got some good ones. Holy Water, Jackass. There's Dusty Drone. And what was the other one? The other one was
no
Fireball. No Fireball
with the Ghostbusters.
Yes, with the Ghostbusters.
So there's some good ones, and they're printed, made, and they're going to be going out in the mail.
Yeah, and thank you, Lee Lim of Sol Function, for getting those laser etched for us. Those little mini gas cans are what they are.
Absolutely.
A little jerry can. Super cool. And so thank you, Lee, for facilitating that once again for us. So, okay, go on.
Well, I don't know. We're going to see some of those in the wild down at KOH.
Oh,
maybe?
yeah. Well, yeah. I know Amber will have hers in her little Carhartt little kangaroo pouch in the front.
That's right.
So I know that'll be there.
Man, Carhartt's making
What does hers say? Shit show?
Shit. I don't
No.
remember.
What does hers say?
Tee-hee?
Tee-hee.
I don't think.
No,
it's tee-hee.
Brian says shit show. I don't know what.
Well, she'll have to let us know. She'll give us a ration.
I forgot.
For that.
That's bad. There's so many of them that are out in the wild now.
So if you're not a patron and you love the show and you want to support us, you can go to wheelingwineandwhiskey.com and there's a link at the top of the page that says patron or something to that effect.
Yeah, Patreon.
And it'll direct you to the Patreon website where you can sign up and become a patron and support the show.
Yep.
Not necessary, but we certainly appreciate it if you do.
Oh, it's super cool. And you go to that top tier, the $20 tier, and after 3 months, then we will send you a personalized flask.
Your very own. Yep.
Old Elk logo in the center, and then whatever you want engraved on the bottom, laser etched.
Up to 10 characters.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We've done some pretty cool stuff. So,
yeah.
Lee has done some pretty good. We just facilitated it. But
right.
anyways, so check that out. And thank you for your support, our current 51 patrons. We thank each and every one of you.
Love you all. Absolutely.
So reviews.
Yeah, we have a new review, and if so, we love these 5-star reviews. They pop up if you happen to be on Apple Podcasts. You can iTunes, I believe it is. You can post a review there, 5-star review, and Jason, if you DM Jason on the IG, he'll be more than happy to send you a sticker.
Yeah, I sent off a couple here recently.
Absolutely. So the latest review we got was posted up on the 10th of January here, 2022. The year is 2022. Titled, it's a 5-star review. It's titled Best Off-Road Podcast. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate.
So it's from Desert Jordan via Apple Podcasts. It says, the best off-road podcast. Love their banter, wheeling info, racing updates, whiskey and wine recommendations. I look forward to the newest episode every week. Awesome. Thanks so much, Desert Jordan. Really appreciate your support.
Yes, that's cool. So sticker is on your way. Is on the way.
On your way.
To you.
On the way.
Is on the way.
It's in the mail.
Checks in the mail.
Checks in the mail. There's no check. We got no money. So yeah, again, I mentioned already how you want to leave a review and get your stickers. So go ahead and do that if you like the show, and if you enjoy the show, be sure to share it with your friends and family, and tell them how much you like it, and maybe we can gain some new listeners.
So there you go. And also, another way to reach out and touch us is through the phone lines.
Oh boy, yeah. What's that number?
It's 408-800-5169, 408-800-5169. And we do have one here.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh man, people actually call that? Sure, go ahead.
It's it looks like it's from one of our friends here.
We don't have any friends.
Okay, maybe we don't. All right, let's see. Hang on, stand by. Let's see if we can get this to play.
Oh boy.
What up, gentlemen? Jimmy Jet here, and I have 2 items now that I'm calling in to talk to you guys about. First one, which I didn't know I was going to tell you until I called, is that you guys need to change your voice message. It's very outdated, and you guys have now found Lorenzo, and we have actually brought him back for you. So you no longer need a Lorenzo tip line, and if you don't change it by the time this airs, everybody needs to call in and listen to that. It's pretty hilarious. Anyways, hey,
It's been changed.
Episode 137, and you guys were talking about the infinity bottle. And Chris clarified that the infinity bottles need to be the same brand of whiskey. I just want to get some additional clarification, because for my infinity bottle, I put any type of whiskey, brandy, and I think I avoid scotch into mine. And as long as it's not a flavored whiskey or something that'll really throw the balance off. Almost any whiskey I add. So whenever I buy a bottle of whiskey, I take the first shot of that bottle and I pour it into my infinity bottle. So I have everything from like Jack Daniels to Willet inside of my infinity bottle. And it's actually not my favorite bottle on the shelf, but it's very tasty. So maybe you can actually clarify that a little bit for everybody and tell me if I'm doing it correctly. Anyways, hope to see you guys soon. I'm excited to come and party with you guys down at KOH, and I'll talk to you guys on the text messages before this airs. So peace out.
Peace out. Thanks, Jim.
Oh, first of all, you are doing it wrong, Jimmy. You drive a Toyota. But wow. Well, thanks for calling in, Jimmy. That's good. No, you're absolutely right. It is not. It doesn't have to be all one brand. It can be any whiskey, and definitely stay away from flavored or scotches, because scotches are whiskey, but definitely a whole different flavor than any bourbon or just straight whiskey.
Right.
So, yeah, and that's a good way to do it is, you buy a bottle and pour off a couple, a finger or two into this decanter or a cool bottle that you have, and marry everything together and see. And, sometimes it tastes hideous, probably worse than Fireball at times, but other times it could be like one of the most best bottles ever. Yeah, you pop the cork and the angels sing. So, that's the beauty of an infinity bottle. It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get at the end of the day, and it's constantly changing too. If you're adding to it and taking some out and adding some to it, so those ratios are going to change. But just kind of a fun thing.
Sure.
To have with your buddies.
I don't think anybody's wrong here.
No, nobody's wrong. Nobody's wrong. But yeah, it did change the voicemail. So thank you for reminding me of that. And yeah, thanks for finding Lorenzo. We really appreciate that. I wish we knew who took Lorenzo in the first place, but we'll try and figure that out. We
still have detectives working on that.
And I know you're looking forward to KOH. So are we. And Lorenzo's looking forward to it. And Lorenzo's looking forward to not being kidnapped this year, too. He wanted me to send that message to you.
Donkey napped.
So just throwing that out there. So there you go.
Yep. You shouldn't have said that.
All right. So that's our concludes our voicemail segment of this podcast.
It's like challenge accepted.
Oh, boy.
Well, right on. So we have like the KOH week continues where the build up to KOH continues, and we've been reaching out, as Jason said before, to some of our previous people we've interviewed and talked to, some of our favorite racers, and yeah. So we're gonna just
so let's roll into what has been released that we know as of right now.
Oh, you're gonna go there.
Yeah, well, we are the foremost authority on Ultra4 here, so
Sure.
we got to stay up to date, keep our listeners up to date.
All right. Well,
So there was an email that was released with course notes from Dave, of course, but then there's also been other emails released on what's going on, clarifying some questions and misnomers and stuff of KOH week.
Misnomers?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of bullshit that gets thrown around out there on the old interwebs, and if somebody comes up with something, crazy, and then you go, oh no, that can't be true, and sure enough, it's not. So
everything's being clarified.
Well, I don't know. Here's what I know.
Okay.
Here's what I know. That I'm reading directly off an email from Ultra4. COVID testing.
Okay.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay. You're right. No. So currently not mandatory for an outdoor mega event. No testing. Of course, vaccinations are recommended but not required.
So we're not going to shove a swab up our nose.
I know.
This year?
You won't know if you're going to be pregnant or not, Chris.
I guarantee you that's not going to be the case.
So and then we've got the first ever Hammertown pub.
Right, a bar.
Freaking beer hall is going to be set up. Oak Hills Brewery. Oak Hills Brewing, I should say.
So it could be one of those inflatables.
I don't know. That would be super cool if it's one of those inflatable pubs. That would be freaking epic. It's going to be out on the east side of Boone Rd, and apparently they're going to have shuttles running from the gates of Hammertown out to the pub. So
drink responsibly and don't drink and drive. And
yeah, from 12 to 8 daily, 12 noon, so you can get your early morning beer in to 8 p.m. So pretty cool, pretty damn cool. That's going to go on from January 28th through February 5th.
Right on.
Music. So with Monster Energy being involved over the years, and they have really stepped it up. We had Sublime there on Saturday night back in 2019 before the world came to a screeching halt with COVID. And so
freaking COVID,
bringing it back this year, all kinds of bands, ones you've heard of, ones you haven't heard of, but they're all going to be great. So
dueling pianos,
Saturday the 29th. Yeah. Hired Gun, 6 p.m. So the Hired Gun trio is going to be right there. The Droppers at 7 and LA Dueling Pianos at 8:30. Dueling Pianos are a freaking blast.
They're fun.
They play off the crowd, and if you've never seen a live dueling piano show, that is a must-see in your lifetime. That's a bucket list item. So you're going to be able to see that for free, or with the price of your admission, I should say.
With the price of admission.
On the 29th, if you're there early. And then, of course, Wednesday night, we've got... here we go. More concerts. So Spray Allen opens at 8 p.m. Never heard of them.
Nope.
Could be great. I don't know. We're going to find out. But then
live music
Sublime. So Spray Allen is going to open for Sublime at 8 p.m. Wednesday night with Rome. So that's always that's going to be fun. That's a good show
it'll be
right
a
there.
long night.
Then of course Saturday, the final dance. Literally the final dance.
4,400.
So that night, after the race,
Grand
after
finale.
they crown the 4-time king Randy Slauson.
Oh shit!
The other one is Bailey that I'm rooting for.
Cole or Campbell?
Bailey Campbell, the first-time queen of the Hammers.
That'd be super awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool? So
be awesome.
there it is right there. So February 5th, 8 p.m. We got Hammers of Oz. And Kyle mentioned them that they're supposed to be pretty good. So a little take on Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah. So that's going to be good. I wonder when they're like talking normal off stage if they're incomprehensible like
like Ozzy. I want to hear their crazy train rendition.
And then the Thrill Killers. That's good. And then Pennywise at 10:30. Pennywise, the band, is going to be the final act here at KOH Week. So, I mean, my gosh, just all the different things. You got, of course, a week of racing.
Week of camping.
You got, music. And then, of course, the shootout. No King of the Motos this year, so no motorcycles. No, but you got the pub.
And you got trophy trucks.
And you got trophy trucks at the beginning of the week. I mean, come on. Seriously. I mean, how can you, the bang for the buck is out freaking
it's stupid.
Standing, especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
So anyways, of course you got all your food vendors there.
Too bad Jason's not excited.
The Dang Brothers Pizza, looking forward to them. Hot fries. So, let's see.
Habit Burger there again or not?
I don't know. It doesn't say here. I don't have those details, Chris.
No deets.
Here's what I got. So, of course, we're starting out the week with desert racing on that first weekend.
Yep.
Saturday, Sunday. And then rolling into Monday night is the shootout, which is always a blast.
Right.
Watch some of the East Coast guys and their rock bouncers just freaking hammer down and literally hop up the hill.
Are they going to do the rock crawling between again?
I don't know. It does not say anything about the rock coronation in between.
No, huh?
So, and then, Tuesday, Wednesday, we got qualifying and practice and all that stuff. Wednesday night's Power Hour.
Right.
That's always fun.
Absolutely.
On the short course where you get the big dogs out there, the 4,400 cars qualifying for spots and positioning for the big dance on Saturday. And then, of course, Thursday, we got the golf cart race.
That's right.
Coming in hot. We've got 3 teams that we know of that are racing. We got Ainsworth and Bill Heisenberg, and then of course Jay Barry. So with Toby, have you met Toby before?
I've not met Toby.
Well, you're going to meet Toby.
Okay,
Toby's going to be there. I can't wait for you to meet Toby.
All right,
Toby.
Looking forward to
Toby's great. Toby's got a badass rig himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But met Toby down in Sand Hollow, I talked about that before.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
His name's Toby. Just throwing it out there.
We also have, one of our favorites is going to be right seating in the.
How about that?
Sides.
Kevin Jones, Ultra4Jones, is going to be right seat for caddy in the golf cart race.
And you're going to hear about that a little bit later in this episode. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got to stop talking about this. Somebody's going to stab me with a T in my eye here.
Right.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Right.
All right. So then Thursday is the golf cart race, and then Friday
EMC, EWC,
and Every Woman Challenge. So this is a blast of a day. Sorry that we're not going to be able to cheer on Ultra4Jones, but we've got several other cars that we're going to be cheering on.
Yep.
Arturo Soria. We got D-Mill with a welder.
Amber Turner.
Amber, of course, that we would love to see cross that finish line.
Hell yeah.
Nothing more. So, and then we got Justin Hall out there.
Right.
That day. Who am I missing here, Chris? It's just, and we got EVE. So we've got Kyle racing that day.
Well, you're going to also have, Randy Slosson's going to be driving a 40.
Well, then you got your whole list of, the big dogs that are out there. Of course, Levi Shirley and Lauren Healy and Randy Slosson and, Millers and Campbell's. And I don't know if Campbell's doing the 44.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
4800.
He's doing 4900, but or maybe not. I don't even know.
I don't know anymore.
There's
so many cars in that camp. But anyways, good stuff. And then, of course, rolling into Saturday,
4400, baby. Big dogs, unlimited.
And like I mentioned before, that's my favorite morning in motorsports. Unlimited. Yeah, there's some really cool cars, brand new cars that are going to be on that line, like Lauren Healy's.
Yep.
Looking forward to that.
Fully independent suspension cars. Of course, yep.
We talked about Randy Slosson's brand new car, so that's going to be awesome to see compete. And man, it's a bittersweet day. It's you look forward to that day all week, but you know that you're going home the next day.
Time to go home.
It's the end of the week in effing Boone Rd.
Yep.
There it is. Hey, it just reminded me, I had Peak, Alex Peak's another one that's racing, Peak Family Racing there. Of course, the Wicks. We cannot forget the Wicks.
Forget the
How
Wicks.
The heck did we
Justin's
forget the Wicks?
Gonna be,
hey, that was a great episode with Justin and Chris.
On Snail
Trail 4x4. So if you haven't heard that one, go look that one up. That was really cool, and of course we had the pleasure of wheeling with them this summer.
It's last summer,
so much fun. Yeah, last summer, I guess technically, 2021. And then Eric Wicks, of course, is going to be racing. Mm-hmm. So we got to see his car in the Bomber hangar, and man, I mean, it's just so many teams. I mean, Callaway, we interviewed Callaway back over the last year. I mean, it's like crazy. But anyways, we talked about horsepower, and so Slosson said he's running about 600 horsepower.
Right.
And then Alex wrote in and told me that there's some cars that are pushing like 800, 900 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So
making it happen with a lot of ponies.
They are, absolutely.
I mean, those can't be naturally aspirated, can? I mean, they got to be turbocharged or supercharged or something to that end. Did he give any details regarding that?
Yeah. So Peak Racing. So Crossland is almost 900 horsepower to the wheels. Gomez brothers are around 1100, if he heard it correctly, and then Herschel is another one
for an endurance race. 1100.
Yep, and then Paul Herschel's car is putting out about 1,000 with that Danzia motor. So yeah, it is. It's just insane. I don't know. Lots of torques, lots of power, lots of fun. So,
just gonna send it.
Yeah. So let's see what else. Man,
so much stuff coming up.
There really is. I mean, they got the Pit Crew Challenge going on at night.
Oh yeah.
Of course, the Tribe 16 Fire that goes on every night.
Don't forget the Ultra 3 race.
Yes, Ultra 3 race
Tuesday night.
I'm sure this is airing after the 19th, but they got the Progressive King of the Hammers KOH live pre-show. So you could probably go back and watch that on the
YouTube,
the Ultra4 Facebook page. Yep. So all kinds of good stuff, man. I just what more can you say? It's just
well, there's
holy
just
smokes,
so much stuff. So much. I mean, we can only cover so much content. We're just two people, but we're doing the best we can. And I know that we've spent some time this past month doing, getting around and talking to some people, and we definitely, for the rest of this episode, we've got 2 awesome chats we did with some people, and hopefully we can roll into those here shortly and you're gonna enjoy what we have for you.
Yeah, we've been pushing hard here, so it's been great. We've been getting some great feedback, and we love giving it to you. We give till it hurts here at Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. So, anyways, I don't know, Chris, you got anything else that we can throw out there before we get into these chats with
I got
Kyle?
I mean, you've covered it all, man. I mean,
I tried.
Let's just roll into this chat with Kyle Seglin, Boston Kyle, the driver of EVE. Not only the driver, but the builder and the brains behind the whole concept of EVE, which was that Toyota 4Runner that was a beater race car that used to be internal combustion, and they converted to electric power for last year's race. 2021 KOH.
Correct.
And we circled back with him and great information for their plan for 2022. Some great improvements to the car. So without
and then we got Kevin Jones.
Well, yeah, but let's do EV first, and then we'll do,
okay.
Let's
we're gonna do a separate intro for Kevin.
We are.
Wow,
that's not special.
Does he deserve that?
Yeah, I believe so.
He's not even racing this year. He's playing golf, for God's sakes.
Hey, let's just roll into Kyle, and we'll go.
Yeah,
from there.
great chat with Kyle here. So let's do it.
Roll it.
All right, Chris. Here we are, yet again. More KOH updates here from our favorite drivers. You know, we have a select group that we like to circle back with and everything.
Nothing but the best.
And we have the best, our number one EV driver of all time. It's Kyle Seglin. Kyle, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing good.
Boston Kyle
in the Heezy, baby. Hey man, so thanks for taking our call. We're just happy to circle back with you, and we are days away from KOH week at Johnson Valley, and we followed your whole the
original EV build.
Yeah, last year and leading up to the event, and you finished. You were actually able to get the first EV vehicle through the course and finished at King of the Hammers 2021.
That's right.
Super cool. And so I know you've got bigger and better things going this year for 2022. So let's get into it, man. What have you been up to? What's going on?
Well, it's been sort of a wild year. I was kind of hoping to make something from scratch, but as of right now, that didn't exactly come to plan. So we're redoing the Toyota.
Okay.
We cut the whole front end out of it. We took the IFS out of it, and we put a FJ80 front axle with coilovers, with 14-inch coilovers, and a 3-link suspension.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're just wrapping that up.
Solid axle swap.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. And it's going to do a lot better. So this year we're definitely going to run the rocks. That's what we want to do.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if that's on the official EV desert. I don't know if that's part of our race, but we're going in the rocks.
So you're gonna finish if it's not part of the race. I can see you crossing the finish line, and they're like, "Okay, here you go. You won the EV class," and then you're gonna take off and go up like Chocolate Thunder or something.
Be like Ian Johnson, and Miles will be like, "Where's he going? Where's he going?"
Yeah, we built the car to go in the rocks. So,
okay,
that's what we're doing. That's where we belong. It's part of KOH and Ultra4. Last year, we were the first class to ever just race the desert lap, and
right.
That's not where it's at. The whole point of King of the Hammers is to get in the rocks. So.
Yeah, but it's a good start, man. I mean, from what you guys started with last year, don't discredit it, because you started with a pile, and turned it into something and made it. You proved a theory.
That's right.
That it could work, and it was a huge, monumental day. That was super cool. To watch you cross that finish line, man. So don't discount that at all.
It was great. I couldn't have done it without my friends and family. Will Spec Garage, Will and Jeff and my everyone who showed up. My sister Delia co-driving. That's how it happened. It's a team. It's the only way we can make it happen. And then this year, who leaned in really heavy is Team Baker Fab. My buddy Derek and Chad.
Okay.
They've done so. They've been my Fab guys on the front end, putting in the new axle. So
sweet.
Really, really excited to see to get out there and show what we can do.
That's so cool.
So is it done?
Yeah.
Is it driving now, rolling?
Well, the idea was we'd have it on the trailer this Friday, but we're probably not going to get the rear end parts, the rear diff and the rear axle shafts until early next week. So I got the batteries from EV West. EV West is sponsoring us and helping us out with the batteries.
Oh, super
in
cool.
a big way.
So not doing the Leaf batteries anymore?
No, we had to change those out when we raced the San Felipe, the Score San Felipe race. So that's when we got with EV West, and they had a ton of old Tesla modules that were originally for the e-smart cars, and we put them into custom aluminum enclosures.
Oh.
And so the car is now wired and set up for the mounting of 3 boxes, and in each box are 6 modules from e-smart cars, and they're 300 pounds each. So we're putting 1,200 pounds in the bed of this truck.
Wow.
And and I got a bunch of them at the shop, and actually I'm charging over this week. We're charging up to like a 80% storage charge, and when we're at the desert, we'll charge to the final 100% right before the race.
Okay.
It's not the best to keep the batteries at 100% for any period of time. You that's just really brief. You could degrade the batteries if you keep them at 100%.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. So
we're
getting ready.
Talk about this front axle a little bit more. So it sounds like a pretty beefy Toyota axle that you're putting in.
Yeah. Before you get going there, just make sure you don't leave Tyler to look at it, because he might steal it from you.
Oh, Tyler from Snail Trail?
From Snail Trail.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I got some pics on my Instagram, and I'm going to do some more of it. When we were looking at what we wanted to do, the car, ever since it was built, it's always had kind of the best of the best Toyota stuff. It's got a Marlin Crawler turbo transmission, and it has dual cases, and it has a diamond rear axle, fabricated rear housing.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's always had like really high-end parts in it. And so I wanted to kind of keep with that. And so we FJ80 housing. So it's a factory Toyota housing. And from there, it's basically gone nuts. We made our own knuckleball gussets, got RCV axle shafts, put an ARB in the high pinion diff with 529s,
Right on.
and a single ram assist, like a single ended ram.
Okay.
And Hellfire knuckles, which are some of the best for the FJ80s.
Yep.
So we're really kind of going for it. Wanted to keep the best parts, or pretty close to the best parts, going into the car. With we got ADS shocks from McMaster Faber, Shock Talk.
Oh, wow.
Bought some shocks from him. So yeah, we're excited. I think the front end's going to party a lot harder than the rear end now. So maybe the rear end is in order after this race.
That's right.
Might have to 4-link the rear.
That's right. The next weakest link, right?
Right.
Yeah. The Operation Creep, right? It just keeps going and going and going.
Yep. So that's cool.
Yeah,
so
we're
new
excited.
front end, new battery setup, you're hoping for some rock sections in this year's race.
Yeah, we got 37-inch tires from Milestar, and they're going on raceline wheels.
Nice.
So we're putting bigger tires on it. We're gonna have to clearance the fenders. It's the biggest tires this car has ever had. It was built for 35s.
Okay.
So we're gonna be doing some hacking. We're gonna get the Sawzall out.
Get the old Sawzall.
Nice.
Yeah, the car's gonna sit pretty low. We C-notched the frame and did a ton of fab work in the front end.
Holy moly.
To get as much, to keep as much up travel as possible while staying low. So the car should boogie pretty good. It's all about trying to keep the car moving and using the brakes as little as possible. That way we can keep the energy in the batteries instead of going into the sand.
Okay.
So it's the same Leaf motor that's in it, electric motor, or you change that motor out?
Still the 2015 Leaf motor, standard 80 kilowatt. There's a couple of different inverter choices. We could up the power, but as of right now, we're leaving it alone. Mostly just because we're trying to conserve energy more than have more power. That's kind of important.
Well,
to us.
range. So that's range. That equates into range, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah.
Right on. What does the class look like this year for you? What's the competition looking
Yeah, you
like?
got any competition this year?
I haven't seen any pictures. I've been hoping to see some stuff. I've been hoping that someone, because I don't want to race myself again. I want to race somebody.
Party of one, now serving party of one.
I've heard a little rumbling about an electric UTV on 37 showing up.
Really?
Ooh.
By a prior a prior 4400 racer.
Ooh.
Huh.
I don't know if they are or they aren't, and I haven't talked to them, so I guess I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
I heard it from a little birdie.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So that would be awesome. I hope that that's the case. We'll see. Nothing's nothing until the green flag drops and the bullshit stops.
That's right. That's right. Till race day, and you're actually out on the track. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because we haven't even heard anything about other teams that are stepping up or anything like that. I mean, we all heard the Dave Cole announcement about the crate setups that he bought and was distributing out to teams to build cars, but I don't know if anything. We haven't heard of anything that's come from that.
Yeah, supposedly, those are going to be distributed at King of the Hammers. We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, I guess supposedly there's going to be another competitor, which I'm super excited about. This track's also a little different than last year in that the longest part of the track without going to pit is 50 miles.
Right.
Whereas last year it was 48.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's not that much of a difference, but every little bit counts.
Sure.
Well, you have to calculate for it, right? You have to account for it.
Yeah, it's on lap one. It's after you get to pit one. It's the section to go when you have to leave pit one and you come back to pit one. It's a 50-mile loop.
That's right. And but you had some extra juice last year. You weren't running too close getting from the pits, if I remember right.
We did. We had a 62 kilowatt hour battery from a late model Nissan Leaf, but now we have a 52 battery in the car, so we have less capacity, and we're going to go to. So I think what we might do is for that 50-mile loop, we might take the 37-inch tires off and put 33-inch tires on.
Oh, interesting.
To try to get less rotating mass,
right,
to try to keep as much much energy in the battery as possible.
Or you could cut holes in the floor and use like the Flintstone method.
Start running, yeah. We'll flap our arms.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
What's your co-dog situation like? Is your sister going to run with you again?
She coming back?
So she was at the time when it was a little bit before Christmas, not too much before, roughly just a few months ago. She she was still working. She had a job lined up, and she wasn't gonna be able to make King of the Hammers. And so I asked one of my best friends, Derek Baker, to co-drive for me.
Oh, part of Team Baker.
So he's going to be my co-drive. Yeah, but she since then Delia's job situation has changed. She's going to make it to Hammers.
Oh, great.
But yeah. So, but anyways, this year it's going to be Derek Baker as my co-driver, which is awesome. He's a great rock crawler. We hang out all the time. We have an awesome time together, and a really good chemistry in the car. So. And he's really good with the winch, which we're going to have to use a lot. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, I think it's a good fit. We're trying to put our best foot forward.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. So when this episode drops, it's going to be I believe next Tuesday, which is I don't even know what the date is.
Yeah, so it's going to be days away from heading down to the lakebed. So when are you getting there, and how much testing are you doing prior to, and what's that week look like for you?
Well, so we wanted to get to the lakebed this Friday, but we're kind of be waiting on parts. So I think this weekend I'm probably going to move batteries out to the lakebed.
Okay.
And
All right.
I think early next week, whether it's Monday or Tuesday when this episode airs, that's probably when we'll be moving the truck out there. And we like to get our camp set up as early as possible because we're going to need a big circle for this year.
Okay.
So we're going to pre-position some trailers and some cars and trucks and some motorhomes and stuff to kind of to get a big circle around the track.
Are you going to be
Ultra
Ultra 3 race camping again?
Oh yeah.
Well, so the 3-time reigning champ is Sean Smith, and we'll see if he's from our group. He's from Oregon, and there's been a few contenders who have come to try to knock him off. Well, this year we're really going to try to take him down. I put a new big block in my trike. I put a 190 in it.
Oh Jesus!
So we're actually taking it serious. I'm going to lace my boots up for this one.
Oh my
maybe,
gosh!
Yeah, maybe put a Hans device on.
The
or
Oregon,
something.
and then who's the other contingent in the what do you call that? The Aura.
Or Alabama.
Alabama, part of Alabama, part of Oregon. We're
That's
from
right.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of the
Well,
name.
the
that sort of
Orabama
stuck.
just kind of flows.
Or Alabama. Yeah, well, you have to figure out how to get Boston in there too. Or Alabama.
Orabama. I like
One
that.
way or the other, I'll be there.
That's awesome. Well, we're camped right across from you guys, so and we're having toga night on Tuesday night. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so-
come ride the trikes on the toga.
it might happen. Might get wrapped up in the rear sprocket, but this could be real interesting. Rip the toga right
Get
off.
all wadded up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I don't wear anything under my toga.
Oh
just so you know.
jeez. Oh jeez.
Risky business.
I'm telling you. Right on, man. So, God, what else? I mean, we're Wheeling Wine and Whiskey is getting super excited. We are super excited for getting down to the desert floor and hanging out with everybody and whatnot. But is there anything else you want to mention about your adventure coming into 2022 KOH?
I just, I want to thank Milestar and I want to thank Raceline. They've really helped out our program a lot, and I really believe in their products. That's the main thing, and I want to thank my family for helping out and my friends for helping make this dream a reality.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And kind of trying to share it together as much as possible.
Your dad
And,
showing up again?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay,
he's
cool.
going to come out Tuesday to Monday.
Right
Tuesday to
on.
Monday is the East Coast contingent.
Okay.
Will be in Alabama. So, it's gonna be awesome. We're really looking forward to it. I want to thank you guys for calling up and saying hi and kind of getting a little bit of the stories out.
Yeah,
That's what's going on. There's so many to tell.
Our listeners keep asking. It's like, hey, what's up with EV this year? And I'm like, hey, we're gonna give him a call.
And we're going to be walking around during the week with our recorder, and we'll catch little quick interviews as we're walking around. So
Yeah, little
don't be
snippets.
surprised.
Yeah, we'll be sticking
Yeah,
a
and
microphone
I
in
love-
your face again.
All right. Right on. And I love hearing of all the other stories too that you guys put on. So I just want to say thank you. That sounds awesome.
Absolutely.
You're always welcome.
It's been fun, man, and we enjoy putting it out there. It's everybody contributes in one way or another, and this is our little deal that we like to do and share the stories
right.
because there's some great freaking stories
Hell yeah.
there on the lake bed
there
to
are.
tell.
The evolution of the whole deal, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. So, anything else? I know you've been in close contact with the who's who in the Ultra 4 arena. Any little leaks or anything you could share with our listeners of what's? I know there's a lot of new stuff this year. We got Sublime playing on Wednesday night
Yeah.
in Hammertown. I mean, and then there's a pub. A beer pub at
a bar.
Yeah, a bar. Are you kidding me?
Private property bar. Yeah.
And they're going to run a shuttle between the Hammertown and this bar. I mean, this is so cool.
It's getting,
So
it's
cool.
getting,
Yeah,
it's
no,
getting
it's
big.
definitely it's heating up more and more. Gosh, I can't. Yeah, 3 different nights to listen to music. The first Saturday night during the desert racing weekend, is Dueling Pianos, and then Wednesday is Spray Allen and Sublime, and then the following the Saturday after the big race is Hammer of Oz is opening for Pennywise.
So who is Hammer of Oz? Who is that? Do you know? Are you familiar with him?
Hammer of Oz is a local band from like the Johnson Valley, Lucerne, Yucca area. And they're basically like an Ozzy Osbourne cover band.
Oh, I love
I've heard
Ozzy.
them play twice now. And they are like the guy, Ozzy's really hard to sort of, not mimic. I don't know the right word, but to kind of get the right sound.
No, mimic.
And this
You're
guy,
right.
He's like this huge dude. He kind of looks like Hagrid. And I hope he doesn't mind me saying. And I
fucking Harry Potter.
Saying that if he hears this. But he's like a big dude, long hair, and he absolutely nails it. Like he sounds just kind of like it, and the music is awesome. Like I can't wait to listen to them as much as any of the other acts.
Yeah.
So I've heard them twice now. They're great. Like it's really cool. Like Ultra 4 and KOH is stepping it up like that. Like
that is so cool.
The entertainment value is through the roof.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, the bang for your buck, it's off the chart, man.
As if it wasn't before.
Well, no, it just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
So, right on. All right, man. Yeah. Well, looking forward to getting down to the lake bed. We'll be down there before you know it, and we're going to hook up and check out the
share
truck.
A beverage or 4
or 10.
Cool. Yeah, let's go for a rock crawl in the EV too.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Do a little pre-running early in the week.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
You're on.
All right, fellas.
I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Kyle, thanks for dropping in. We love it, and so looking forward. I wish you the best of luck.
Absolutely, best of luck,
man. That's I can't wait to see your EV now because EVE has a new front end and 3-link and coilovers.
Put speakers in it, and he has recorded 383 sounds.
Perfect. No, it's badass, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Love it. Love what you do. Love your passion. And looking forward to seeing you in a few days down on the lake bed.
Heck yeah, see you soon.
All right, man.
Thanks, bud. Likewise.
Right.
Cheers, fellas.
Cool. Cheers. Well, there you go. I love Boston Kyle, man. He's just a happy-go-lucky guy.
Oh, man.
Making it happen.
No F's to give.
No. And they got a bigger and better front suspension axle.
Sassed.
The battery package. So looking forward to seeing him kick some ass again this year.
Oh, yeah. No, they're going to be camped just down the hill from us. So we'll be able to spend a little bit of time, hopefully, checking out the car and whatnot. And
absolutely.
Crawling around a little bit and seeing what it's all about. Looking forward to that.
All right. So now, will you go ahead and introduce this next guest because
well, we've been busy as this show we just give till it hurts. So we also, gave our good friend Kevin Jones, Ultra4Jones, a call, and he's always, got a minute for us and gave us an update on what his plans are for KOH 2022, and some great information. It's going to be an exciting event for him and his friends and whatnot. So without much more further ado, let's just roll it.
I heard his wife said knitting up some knickers for him.
Oh boy,
for Co-Dog there in the golf cart. Sorry, I just keep going here. Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Roll it.
Hey, Chris. We got. Did you call or did he call? What's going on here? This
he keeps
individual.
calling me.
He's trying to beat out Amber on numbers of time on the podcast. I think
he's going to have to camp in our houses to make that happen.
We have none other than Ultra4Jones back on the line. Welcome back, Kevin. How you doing?
Thank you. Thanks. I'm good. I was a little sad, when Amber was rubbing it in that she's a bigger star on the show now than I am. But,
yeah,
boy.
Yeah. She actually co-hosted down at Trail Hero because Chris couldn't make it.
I brought that up once, and you just kind of changed subjects.
What?
Quick, so
what are you talking about?
What? But you know what, Kevin? You can always hang your hat on the fact that you were you were before.
You were the first. You were the first. You were our first. You'll always be our first.
So you got that going for you. You might be our last.
And you were.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, hey, so we've been circling back with all our favorite Ultra4 drivers.
Hell yeah.
You know, we wanted to circle back with you this year. We last left off with a brand new chassis and
Tack One Fab.
Yeah, thanks to
That's
Carlos
right.
at Tack
Yeah,
One
that's
Fab.
right.
That's a badass looking chassis, and you're going to have that on display at KOH. I
In
understand.
Hammertown.
That is the plan. I'm
Okay.
working my hardest.
Okay.
I've got 4 more days off between now and the time I leave to get it all done, and still waiting on a few parts. And I got a lot of work to do, but I've done dumber things. So
Hashtag KOH prep.
So it's going to be a roller?
Yeah. The plan was really just to get some axles under it so that I could show off the chassis and the raceline wheels and the Nexen tires and just get the thing out there and get some conversation going. And, there's some people I want their opinions of too on maybe things I should do and setup I should consider. And
That's a
I
great.
just thought it'd be kind of a fun way to.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, with the chassis sitting there, and you could call over whoever and say, "Hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that?" That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
They could go 2 different directions.
Well, it could, but it's nice to get instead of showing pictures on your phone, you're like, "Hey, look at this
Yeah.
No,
chassis
for
right
sure.
there."
No, being able to put hands
So
on it.
Nexen is going to have a booth there, or
They are going to have their semi trailer, I believe.
Wow.
I don't think they're going to have a big fancy awning and music and go dancers like Chris wanted, but
What?
I know, I'm sorry.
free hot dogs.
But I think their plan is to they bought a vendor spot and they're going to have the semi there and probably a couple of company vehicles with Nexens on them. And
Okay.
I asked if I could leave my car there for the week too, just to let people check it out. And I think it'll be well received. How's
Heck
that?
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to checking the car out again and seeing it roll around.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could sit back in it and make noises, race car
Bum, bum,
noises.
bum, 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 bum. Is that what that sounds like?
Something like that. So, let's talk about what you got on tap for KOH Race Week, because you're it's much different than any other year you've been there. You've volunteered in the past, and you've got a mix of things going on this year. And why don't you kind of walk us through what you got planned on your calendar for KOH Week?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm waiting for Derek to basically tell me, what day he's leaving. And then I told him I would kind of hit the road that same day, assuming my car's, sitting on tires. But,
D-Mill.
D-Mill with a welder.
D-Mill with a welder.
Yes.
He's thrashing furiously trying to get
I
his
can only imagine.
turbocharged LS swap Toyota Sequoia done. So it's going to be pretty wild. But yeah, we're looking at probably leaving in exactly a week on the 25th.
Okay.
Because the first day they're going to release course and you can pre-run as the 27th. So it'd be good to get down there and let him drive the car a bit on the 26th and maybe try and get some shock tuning in with Phil or something. I know he's working on that. That's kind of his stuff. And yeah, the plan, I thought it was pretty straightforward up until yesterday, that I was just going to go down there and help Derek. But a golf cart racer that I met at the BFE race in Moab, he reached out to the Instagram world that he needed a co-driver. And so I messaged him and said, "Hey man, I don't know who you got planned for this, but I'd love to get some experience doing something else and doing more. And, honestly, just be competitive in any way, shape or form I can." I'll be navigator for the 4932 Scott Lesage.
Nice.
Lesage. All right.
Co-dogging in a golf cart.
So you're going to be the kid.
Co-dogging in a golf cart.
Yeah, we call that the four caddy in golf.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm definitely one of those guys that calls it the wrong seat. And I've been pretty vocal about my lack of love for golf carts. But, usually in the same breath, I back it up by saying those things are fast. Those things are really fast.
Well,
Yeah,
they've come a long way too. I mean,
they've come a long way. So I'm really excited to see the race from a different perspective. I'm really excited to see what the UTVs are all about. And I'm really excited to learn everything I can from Scott, because he's a mechanical engineer by trade. He worked at Fox Shocks for years.
Oh,
Wow.
He's a very detail-oriented guy. He takes his racing very seriously. I think he was third in national points last year. He knows what he's doing. So the opportunity to get in the car with him is, honestly, it's kind of intimidating. I've got a lot to learn and a lot to live up to. So
It's going to be cool though, in that being in the wrong seat, as Mr. Slauson says, but yeah, getting that perspective and in a totally different rig, that's independent suspension, shorter wheelbase, shorter width, and going through the same course that you went through in a 4800 car. And I think that just helps build a better platform for you in the future of how to negotiate all that stuff and what that car can do, and what your car can do, and how picking lines, whatever it may be. It's just seat time.
I think the evolution of Ultra4Jones' racing career. I mean, you look at a lot of the other race car drivers, they all do. They want seat time, so they're doing side by side. They're doing 4800. They're also doing 4400. So I mean, this could be that stepping stone for you, Kevin, where you suddenly, it's like, shit, I'm in the 4900 car. Maybe you need to invest in a 4900 car. I'm sure your wife would be like, what the fuck, but
get that Chris money.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, it's seat time, right? I mean, that's what a lot of these guys are doing right now is they're doing the 4900 so they can see the track, and then they get in their using Levi Shirley as an example. I mean, he's the perfect example. He's got the side by side, then of course he has the 4800, then he gets into the big dog car on Saturday, the 4400, and tears it up, just like anybody else. So, but I mean, is that in the future for Ultra4Jones? We don't know, but this could be the taste that sparks that. Who knows?
Yeah. No, I don't disagree, and I think there's been so many times I've chewed on Robert for his co-driving abilities or inabilities, at a given moment or something, and I have a feeling I'm about to learn how hard that job is. So. I don't want to let Scott down. He takes his racing really serious, and I've already been watching. He told me he wants to use rally notes for driving, so I've been watching some YouTube videos on how to read rally notes. And,
so rally notes, as in they count off the corner, and then I've seen some of that stuff on YouTube, but what are rally notes?
Yeah, I gotta work on my accent, because they all seem to have an accent.
They do have an accent.
Yeah.
Usually a lot of them are Scottish.
Right. Yeah, it's right 2, slight crest, 300, left 1.
Okay, so what does right 2 mean? In 2 feet, 2 miles, 200 feet?
No,
what's that mean?
So they use a 1 through 6 scale. I mean, there's various different ways to do this, but it seems like a popular way is this 1 through 6 scale. So if you picture like gears in a 6-speed gearbox, which a lot of the rally cars probably are, it's basically the gear that you'd probably use for the turn.
Oh, okay.
So a right 1 is a very sharp, slow speed turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but like a right 6 you probably don't even lift.
Yeah.
You probably just stay matted on the gas and you just slowly bear right a little bit.
Okay.
And then if you call out yards or meters, it would just be a distance before, after, or during. So maybe it's a right 6, 300. So then you go straight for 300 yards, and then there's a left 3 or something.
It.
So you're going to need to downshift a couple of times for the left-hand turn type of deal after 300 yards.
So is this all popping up on the GPS, or is this?
Well, that's what I'm going to have to work out with Scott is, does he want me to call it as I see it on the GPS screen, or when we pre-run, are we going to
make notes?
Like, am I physically going to take a notepad and make notes? I don't really know yet, but I told him I would learn the language to start with, and then we'll go from there. So
Interesting.
Well, there you go.
it's cool. And I could see, that it's, that's the difference between lifting and, cause you don't know what's over that rise, or you don't know how sharp the turn is. And then realizing, oh, you backed off way too much, and then you jump back in the gas. And, we had a lot of stuff like that where Robert would just, we weren't that sophisticated. He would just call out right turn. And then it turns out it's just a very slight bend. And I backed off and jumped on the brakes, and it's like, well, that just cost us 3 seconds, and just keep adding all those up, over the course of 7 hours, and you've lost, several minutes or whatever. So,
well, that's going to cut down on the chit chat there of the storytelling and stuff. And
I
one
hope,
time in Mexico at that midget bar or something, I mean, there's so many things that.
Do you remember when we ran into Lorenzo down there in that bar in Tijuana?
Oh man. Well, that's
I think so you figure you'll probably use language like that for the desert where you're going
Sure.
danger fast, but
not in the rock section.
No, there's a lot of trails where he just needs to, he can see the line himself, and he just needs to do it, and those are probably times where I can, I don't know, do other stuff and get ready, and we can crack a joke or two, and then, get ready for the next.
Yeah, I can
section.
see in Spooners. Large effing boulder 2 feet ahead. Veer right.
Yeah.
I see
Another
it.
large effing boulder. Hard left. Proceed with caution. Well, that's cool, man. That's exciting. That's going to be something different. And
I think so.
yeah, right on. So you
I'm
get to
looking
use your
forward to it.
race suit this year.
I get to use my race suit.
You got to go get it dry cleaned now and pressed.
Yeah.
Dry clean.
Oh no, it's already dry cleaned.
Oh,
after
okay.
every race.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to go at a moment's notice.
So they
I
use
don't wad that thing up.
they use Hans devices and everything in the side by sides and everything.
Yeah,
gotta use all your
everybody has
gear.
to have a next.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was part of my sales pitch to Scott. Was I said, hey, I guarantee I fit in your car because I'm 5'9", and I won't cause too much horsepower because I only weigh 160 pounds. I said I have all my own gear. I know how to run a winch line. I know how to do all the recovery stuff. I said I know how to use a radio. I said I've got navigational skills to learn, but I said I think I'm 90% there for you.
Well, now I know why nobody's calling me to be their co-dog.
Hashtag dead weight.
I think I figured out why Eric Swicks rolled over. I'm shitting, I kid you not.
How come you got 28 pounds of pressure on the driver's side and 45 on the right on the passenger side? Oh, it's like passenger.
Bite me.
Anyways, well, that's cool. And then, but wait, there's more. Maybe.
But wait, there's more. Well, so I mean,
you're gonna be helping out D-Mill.
Yeah,
the next
so Derek
day.
will race the next day, right? So the UTV race will be Thursday the 3rd,
Right.
and then Derek's race will be Friday the 4th. So I'll jump back in my chase truck for that, and we're gonna try our damnedest to get Derek to the finish line this year.
Man, how you haven't seen his rig in person yet, have you? Or
No, just he's shown me more photos than he's putting on the IG. I always try to tell him to post more, but he's busy. I get it. Like
sure.
That's the hardest part about doing the social stuff. But we bounce a lot of pictures back and forth of the work we're doing and ask each other questions. So I've seen more of it than other people have, but I have not seen it in person.
Man, I can't wait to see that thing. And on the lakebed, there's just he's done so much this year.
So much work.
So much.
Not even
The engine
not even
and
a stock
my
Taco-
gosh.
Sequoia anymore.
No.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning. He thought by the end of the day today, he could, if he really wanted, he could probably fire it up. But
That's always a
he's-
nerve-wracking
yeah.
moment.
yeah, but he's still got a lot of other stuff to do. So
Is
he's
his
probably
plan
just pushing
to
on.
get it on the dyno before heading to the lake bed?
No, there's no dyno for vehicles like that. He's just gonna turn the key and do a burnout and load it in the trailer.
There you go. There you go. Run it around the block a couple times and piss off the neighbors and load it in the trailer and go.
Any idea what kind of horsepower that motor is going to put down to the crank?
We're trying. It sounds like his co-driver and I are on the same page, trying to convince him to limit the boost very conservatively.
Ooh, yeah.
He said the teenager in him wants to turn it up and let it rip, but It should. I mean, a turbocharged LS should make all the power you could ever want, but
So conservatively,
that also
500.
Yeah. Oh, I would think. Yeah, you could make 500. I mean, he's probably going to limit it to like 8 or 10 pounds of boost, and at the crank, I'm sure that's 500 all day. Whereas
So
if he
375,
put it up in the
wheels.
teens,
Yeah.
something like that, maybe.
Well,
he doesn't need a lot of horsepower to.
Well,
finish
he's got a
KOH,
heavy
but-
rig though. He needs something to move that.
Well, that was his challenge
buddy
last
across the
year. He
desert.
just dogged down. What he had the 5? Did he have the 4.7 or the 5.7 in that thing?
I think it was the 4.7.
Yeah, it seemed like
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
he was dogging down pretty hard in some of the more, obviously the high speed stuff, but some of the steep hill climbs, it seemed like he was struggling too. Was just trying to find the power to pull it off.
Yeah, no, I mean those sand hills out there, they're real.
They're tough.
You gotta hit them hard and grab some gears for sure.
Well, I know following pre-running with you last year, we got out and that one sand hill, and I was like, holy crap, this is the course right here. I mean, it was a sand drag up a hill.
Yeah.
And I had to throw it in a low range to generate enough wheel speed to get up there with my 43s.
Wow.
But yeah, it was crazy.
Hammer down to hammer town.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I mean, that one sandhill was probably mile 3 of our first race in 2020. And, I didn't even know if we belonged out there. And we came around the corner to that sandhill and there were like 5 cars just scattered all over that thing. And I was like, what on earth, and I just banged second gear and put it on the floor and went past all of them. And I vividly remember like, okay, we belong here.
Here we are. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Winning.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Kind of reassurance there.
Right.
Okay, so golf carts. You're playing golf on Thursday, and then
golf on Thursday.
Golf on Thursday, and then Friday you're assisting D Mill with pit support. So that's cool. And then, are you doing some volunteer stuff too, or no? I thought
Yeah, we're. I signed up as so historically. I mean, all the way back to 2013 when I first started going. We volunteered every year, but my group leader is not coming this year. So I signed up as the group leader, but I need to get Derek, his buddy Travis, my dad, and my brother signed up still. And then, figure out exactly what rigs we'll have. Okay. It's always hard to count on the race rig because, Derek may break it.
Sure.
But I know Travis has a pretty capable 4Runner and my truck can do sort of kind of okay. And so we'll see what they need. But, I don't really want to run crowd control, but I'd rather, do a checkpoint or do some light recovery or something.
Sure.
Right on.
Yeah.
Once you tow Robbie Gordon back to camp, you kind of get spoiled.
That's right. Your claim to fame.
Yeah.
We recorded with Cynthia and Clint. Cynthia's the head of volunteers for Ultra4 Racing, and so that was the episode that aired last Thursday, and that was some good information. So
Cool.
I'm sure if you still want to, show up, and she even said they take walk-ins on the lakebed. So
that's right.
So volunteering is key success for that event.
Absolutely.
One of the keys for success for that event. So
very cool. It's they've hammered it into us at the volunteer meetings over the years that BLM, they only have a couple rangers out there, but the rangers are basically on patrol every day on race day. And if they go somewhere that the BLM deemed needed a road crossing guard or a crowd control or some other form of security,
safety, and
Ultra4 provide it because of a volunteer that didn't show up to their post, or whatever reason, it puts Ultra4's permit in jeopardy.
Sure,
absolutely.
So it really does live and die by the volunteers, and they try to show appreciation every way they can. They feed you one meal every year, and they got the volunteer raffle,
right?
But it takes more out of you than it puts back in, for sure. But I've always enjoyed it because it gets us a little closer to the action, and
Well,
It's been
you're
rewarding.
contributing into the the sport that you love, and it's end of the day, you're probably whooped, but it's a good beating.
It's a good
Yeah.
beating.
The
Oh, no.
beatings will
Absolutely.
continue until morale improves.
That's right.
No, so it's super cool. We beat that one up pretty good the last podcast, but we love it. I mean, it really comes down to passion and the camaraderie in the sport, and like you say, being out there, being part of something that is absolutely ginormous and super freaking fun. So that's the stuff that you're going to be thinking about when you're sitting in your rocking chair at 90 something years old, contemplating your life choices and wondering,
Did he drink enough bourbon?
yeah, did I race enough? Did I volunteer enough? Did I whatever enough? And you can rest assured that if you volunteer for KOH, you lived a good life.
Hell yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and that's kind of been my, I've talked to you guys about it. It's kind of been my resolution for 2022 is don't just get stuck in the race too, but try to enjoy all the things that off-roading has to offer.
Yeah.
And try to get to more events and try to do stuff. And it's kind of what that cheap truck challenge was too. It's just,
Yeah.
just try to get out there and just enjoy what off-roading, experiences. you
Yeah,
have,
so
that,
Carnage on Clawhammer there. So you competed in that, and there was like 12 rigs.
No, there were 6.
Oh, 6 rigs, 12 people.
Yeah. We'll really.
It's going to be the OG half dozen.
OG 6.
Oh, geez.
So so you had some fun with that and took a 4x4 Ford Courier 3/4 of the way roughly up Turkey Claw. Clawhammer.
Clawhammer.
Yeah. So that's pretty impressive right there. We're still waiting for some more video to leak from that, but what video I've seen, it looked pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's it's funny. I had Shirtless Farmer with me as my co-dog for that, and he doesn't get out on the trails. He doesn't see that stuff from the crew chief standpoint, and we're out there on the trail. We're walking it. We're driving little sections. We're stopping and helping other people and just kind of enjoying the day and the pace. And at one point, I told him, I said, after we've been on the trail for hours, I said, this trail in the race car is 10 minutes tops.
Right.
And his eyes get big and his jaw drops, and he's like, I don't even understand that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Does not compute.
yeah, does not compute. Yeah. So it's wreck wheeling is just so different,
It is.
but very, very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I like to do.
So the rest of the story is going to show up on the IG or YouTube soon, or how's that going?
Yeah, I just finished. I decided to chop it up into episodes, so I'm trying to keep the YouTube videos, 10 to 20 minutes, maybe something like that.
That's good.
And I've just got so much content because I started recording when I went to go buy the truck. So I'm uploading episode 1 as we speak, which is just basically purchasing the truck and bringing it home and kind of a review of it. And then episode 2 will be all the modifications I made to it or lack thereof. And then I think episode 3 and 4 will be, out there and what we did and everything. So I'll try and get all that stuff cranked out as quick as I can. But
Cool.
I'm still editing everything on my iPhone. I haven't gotten a computer yet.
That blows my mind. I mean, that video when you and your spouse went down to Sedona,
Arizona.
and when you posted to me that was all done on your iPhone, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, that was great.
It's pretty tedious trying to stab the tiny screen with your fat little finger. Just cut like tenths of a second out of a clip, to try to get it to line up better. But it's what I got. So it's
work with what you got.
You work with what you got. Kind of fits my race car theme too.
Right, exactly, no doubt.
But we'll get there.
Are you carving out any time to party with us up at camp? What was our camp called?
He doesn't even know.
Camp Wheeling Wine Whiskey
Town Heights Estates.
Hammertown Heights Estates. Yeah, you carving out time for us?
I just got rumor of some toga party that I wasn't invited to. But
Toga. Hey, there's a Facebook page apparently. Tuesday night. Tuesday night, toga night, and then we're all going to wander over to Ultra 3 for
Ultra 3.
there might be a 3-wheeler race that breaks out, I heard. And
Man,
we're going to wander over in our togas.
Nice. That was might be a little chilly. Might be a little.
Well, that's all right, but I guarantee I'll probably have my heated jacket underneath my toga.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have bare exposed skin out
Carhartt
there.
onesie on.
Yeah, maybe the Carhartt onesie. I'm going to probably have some laurel or something around my headband. I'll come up with
It'd be
some
like
stuff.
Caligula, right?
Yeah, we got to come up with a trophy for best toga, and Chris got the one with the John Belushi on the front there, so it's gonna be great.
Nice.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll be up there for the Ultra 3. I'm sure that was so rowdy last year.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't believe it. It was so rowdy.
We missed most of
That
it.
was awesome.
It's so good. So cool. Looking forward to it. I know you went from kind of just, this is going to be just kind of a fun year down in the desert to now you got to work your ass off, Kevin. So congratulations
Yeah, I'm
on
going to
that
be
again.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Glutton for
Just say
punishment.
no. No. But hey, man, great opportunity. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to hear. Hopefully you have a good day of golf and that experience.
Yeah.
Chris has an extra ball
what?
washer for you if you need that.
We can strap onto the cart. That's for sure.
I know you guys aren't into the golf cart coverage, and up until this year, I probably wasn't either. But have you seen the details on the grudge match that they're going to do after?
Yes. So top 20.
Top
They're going to
20.
flip upside down. So the
Invert
20th
the
is going to be
finishing, yep.
first, and $10,000 for 4 laps around the short course. You got
That
1
is
hour to
gonna
work
be-
on your car.
Yep, that is going to be insane.
It really is.
I remember watching the Class 11s last year at night, and that was pretty rowdy.
That
and
was
there
so
were
much
only
fun.
There were only like a dozen of them.
Yeah.
And they're Class 11s. They're pretty sedate. Like 20 UTVs
Volkswagen Bugs.
going for a $10,000 winner take all prize.
Yeah.
That's going to be.
Yeah, and
That's going to be something to watch.
it's after the main race, so they don't care if they wad up their junk.
no.
So it's going to be just pedal to the metal and no lift.
Never lift.
Never lift. That's good. Well, you have fun in that one. Hopefully, you guys make it to that race.
I'm kind of hoping he lets. Yeah, I hope he makes it, and I hope he lets me out before we start.
Never lift.
That's
Larry
going to
Enticement
be.
moment.
I can only imagine what a short course wheel to wheel is like in those things.
My biggest concern about this KOH week is when I'm going to sleep, because it sounds like there's something going from 24 hours.
You just go until you don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
You just do. You just go until you don't.
It's
And,
crazy.
So
Well, it's a good thing I'm drinking less. I'm more awake now.
yeah, you're not drinking anymore
I'll
either.
drink some more coffee. I don't do the Red Bull Monster energy drinks, but I'll do coffee.
There you go. Kevin, how do people find you?
IG at Ultra4Jones is the best.
There it is.
There's a Facebook there too, but people that message me there, they usually I don't get back to them very quickly. So find me on the IG, Ultra4Jones.
There you
And
go.
you also have a YouTube channel, right?
I do, yeah. Sorry, I'm not good at promoting that one yet. So. And honestly, it's not that good yet. I've got so much to learn, but
Oh, there's a lot of great
it's-
content there.
it's
What are you
great
talking
stuff.
about?
yeah. The most popular video so far has been my review of the Harbor Freight generator. That one has the most views for
Isn't
sure.
that great?
But,
That thing's still
Yeah.
running?
yeah, I'm gonna bring it to Hammers.
Yeah,
and
heck yeah.
All
leave
right.
it running for like 10 days straight.
That'll be
Sweet.
awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. That'd be the review of the decade right there.
Did they make a propane conversion for that?
I haven't seen one, but I wouldn't be surprised if the aftermarket has, because I know they've got like remote start kits,
Yeah.
and off-road wheels
Yeah.
and stuff for them.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody makes a propane conversion.
Yeah. Propane and propane accessories.
But yeah, you
Oh, damn it, Bob.
YouTube channels,
yeah, the
what?
YouTube. It's Chasing 518.
Chasing 518.
Right on. Follow Kevin Jones, Chasing 518 on the YouTube. And then what was your IG again?
Ultra4Jones.
Ultra4Jones, the number
Nice.
4.
Sweet.
Chris has a memory lapse here.
Well, I just wanted him to talk.
I get it. He's trying to make sure I get my.
Yeah, if you say
My
it 3
calling
times,
cards
then
out there.
people remember it. Ultra4Jones on the IG.
Do you have an 800 number yet?
Yeah,
Kevin?
you have an 800 number that people can call
No.
in?
No.
No, but what is 408-800-5169?
Very nice. Look at that. He
Holy shit.
remembers.
Nice.
I don't think. Have you called in yet? I don't think you've.
I don't think so.
No, you need to call in. Leave
Yeah,
a
we
funny
need-
message.
Okay.
You need to get, maybe you and your cohort there, or get D-Mill or something. Get the shirtless farmer and get drunk one night and call in. See what you got. That's what most people do.
That's right. That's right.
So, well, right on, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you guys as always.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the chassis on the lakebed there, the TAC 1 Fab chassis
Just a few days.
at the Nexon booth. And then look forward to you in your wingtip shoes and Argyle socks and sweater for the golf cart race on Thursday. Chris will be sure. Don't forget the ball washer, Chris. Put that on your notes right now.
Washer.
The ball washer, yes.
Okay.
Yes, ball
I'll
washer.
write
He's
that
got
down.
it. He's writing it down right now.
R-Aid ball washer.
There you go. And then, looking forward to seeing D-Mill get that Sequoia Beast across the finish line.
Oil beast. Yeah.
Man, so many stories, so many great things. What a week
it's
this
gonna-
is
it's
shaping
gonna
up
be
to
good.
be.
Yep, it's gonna
It's
be
gonna
awesome.
be good. Can't wait.
Wow.
All right,
Wow.
Kevin.
Days.
We'll see you in a few days.
All right, man. We'll
All
see you
right.
on the lake bed.
See you guys.
All right, take care.
Good night.
Bye. 4. All right, how about that? That's good.
Oh boy.
This is good. Man, it's so cool though that how universal is that? Going from building a car, rebuilding a car, racing, competing, completing 2, not 1 but 2 KOHs in the 4800 class.
Right.
And now building a new car. Don't have a driver's seat to be in, but he's hopping in right seat there for
He's
for the UTV race and helping out D-Mill,
right.
helping crew that. So freaking awesome. Ultra4Jones is like the Swiss Army knife of people out there at the.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, he's getting a reputation as a guy that does his research and works hard and doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. And that's important, and it makes a big difference in what people see, how people see him. So it's not surprising to me to see that he's getting invitations to be a right seat here, right seat there, or helping pit with people, and that shows his character, and I like it. I think it's
it would have been real easy to stay home, save money, stay in the garage, working on the chassis, making it. So he's got a year to put things back together for KOH 2023. But he's
Jesus, 2023.
staying relevant and I know, isn't that crazy?
Hopefully he's racing before 2023 KOH.
Well, that's true. But anyways, you know what I mean.
I know.
It's real easy to stay home and just watch it on the big screen there. And but he's out there making it happen and staying relevant and part of the staying in the game. So
Absolutely.
there you go. That's awesome. So,
Deep subject.
it is for a shallow mind.
We've been covering a lot of stuff. I mean, KO8, when you hopefully the listeners are enjoying this show, this episode, as they're driving down to the lakebed and driving down Boone Rd. Hopefully, getting ready to have a lot of fun, because that's what KOH is all about. And, we're going to be sitting down with quite a few different personalities when we're down at KOH. We've arranged for some great chats, and we'll bring those to you as internet is available. I know, being media, we're going to have access to the media tent, which is supposedly has pretty good internet, and in the past it has. So We're going to be, I know that the Snail Boys have been talking about doing a little meetup down at the Morphlate booth.
Yeah. When is that going to happen?
I believe they were talking about doing it, I think, God, I don't
Friday or Saturday. So we will have to post that. Look for it on IG.
Exactly.
Once we get confirmation, we will post it up on IG on the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey page of a time where we can do a meet and greet. Anybody that wants to see our ugly mugs, and I'm sure we'll have some stickers and swag with us.
Yep.
I know I've got some shirts and hats, limited basis for sale. If anybody wants to buy anything on the lakebed there,
koozies, the ultra mega.
Yeah,
koozies.
the ultra mega koozies for $5. We'll extend that $5 offer, in-person offer. So that'll save you a couple bucks off the website. But
cash is king.
Yeah, Lorenzo will be have his green banker's hat on, and
that's right.
The visor,
visor,
banker's visor.
Accountant
So
visor.
he's going to be our accountant, so that ought to work out real well. But no, anyways, look forward to meeting people down there. I know I've had a lot of people reach out to us, and it's going to be so flipping cool. So
it's going to be epic.
If you're already on the road on the way down there, safe travels. If you're about to, safe travels. And we will see you on the lakebed. KOH 2022.
3 days away, baby.
Woo!
Can't wait.
Yeah. Say yeah, Chris.
Say yeah. FYYFF.
That's it. All right. Hey, with that, I got to get packing, man. I am way behind.
We all are.
All right.
On that note, we're out.